Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today in the news is President Biden urges unity in first UN speech amid tension with the allies. In his first address to the United Nations, US President Joe Biden has urged global cooperation through a decisive decade for our world. His calls for unity come amid tensions with allies over the US-Afghanistan withdrawal and a major diplomatic row with France over a submarine deal. The US also announced it was doubling its climate finance pledge by 2024. Reaffirming his support for democracy and diplomacy, Mr. Biden said, "We must work together like never before." The 76th General Assembly in New York City takes place against the backdrop of a climate crisis and a once-in-a-century pandemic, both of which have sharpened global divides. Mr. Biden pushed for cooperation on these fronts, saying, "Whether we choose to fight for our shared future or not will reverberate for generations to come." Simply put, we stand, in my view, at an inflection point in history. So, what else Biden say? Mr. Biden on Tuesday stressed that the US is not seeking a Cold War or a World War divided into rigid blocs. The US, he said, is ready to work with any nation that steps up and pursues peaceful resolution to shared challenges, even if we have intense disagreement in other areas. The president also touted the pullout from Afghanistan, which has been criticized by allies at home and abroad, saying the US was ending a period of relentless war for a new era of relentless diplomacy. Mr. Biden offered a key pledge on climate finance as well, saying the US will increase funding for developing countries. This means the US will offer just half of the European Union pledge to help poorer nations cope with climate change. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who is meeting with Mr. Biden later on Tuesday, praised the massive contribution and said the US had stepped up to the plate. At the end of his first address, Mr. Biden promised that the US would lead with our allies. "We will lead on all the greatest challenges of our time, from COVID to climate, human dignity and human rights, but we will not go it alone," he said. Thank you. If you like it, please like, share and subscribe.